Hello and welcome to Tales of Confusion for the 2nd of April 2021. How are we all doing today? Well, the Discord's just fired up. Kyrol is apparently up for one game tonight and apparently promises nothing in terms of skill. That would, of course, be our current leader in the sort of rankings at the moment, but hey. We also have Solar, who believes it will be easier, and it might well be. Who knows? Anyway, how are we doing? Importantly, is everything working? Second thing of importance, we have 3 people in, so I'm going to jump in and we're going to get the game started before I have to answer any questions. So this is Solar, Prospero, Rise, and myself. Begin. Oh, okay. My chat isn't updating, although it is apparently there. Let's just undo that. There we go. Detach that one. Put that there. Okay, that'll do. Right, and we have Carol, who joined, unfortunately, 5th, so he's going to have to wait and observe. Hello. No worries. Okay, starting hand. We are starting south. We have a hand that is mostly green. Let's see what happens from it. Drawn Dora. Of course we did. We could still force the easy Honitsu here, but we'll see how things develop. Dora always complicate matters. So Res on my right, Prospero across, and Solar to my left. Skip and 7-pin. Something pirates have an events going on something. Okay, fair enough. Sounds more interesting than this event. Alright, I think the Honitsu can be pretty much out. But hopefully we can go to Pin Fudora 1, if nothing else. Alright, Prospero early reach across. We've got an isolated red dragon, which is a bit of a pain, but we've got a safe card for at least the first one. Well, for a 9. I was not even aware that was a thing. Alright, early reach, we should be trying to play our own game as much as possible, so there was an argument for keeping the 1 in that position, but our game is currently stay out of trouble and hope. We can play 2-pin. To be fair, we're not the dealer, so we don't lose a lot going for this kind of attack, but we're a bit far behind. We can afford to wait and see if somebody else wants to deal in first. Nothing we got from there. South isn't his. It is a live tile, though. But we can play the 9, actually. Yeah, we're pretty much out of options here. We'll go for the 8, so... Suji. You have returned! Yes, I have returned. And it was a closed 4-pin, 4-man bluff weight, basically. But, got the sumo, so 4,000 points, free Han. But again, we're not too bothered about that. We weren't dealer. And it wasn't huge. Okay. Dora East. Let's see if we can get that Dora pair here. Nope. Rise is trying to get rid of it. straight away, which makes some sense. They're going to hold on to it for a round or two, though. But we can probably assume that's reasonably safe. So we've got a rapid Pinfu. No, I can't go any better than that. Tan Pin, potentially. Or we can just try and push for Tanyo here. Oh, that's a little ugly. We didn't want that fast. Still, 7 was played just before. We have Tanyo discarding the red, so we'll go with that. Didn't want to discard the red on the initial discard. So you reach 2-5. Tanyo draw 1 as dealer. Which gave 1,000 points away for no reason. And he hit a bonus door on whatever he was doing. Alright, that was a little more painful than the first hand, unfortunately. But that was as quick as we could do it. So high end of Itsu, but that is only a possible one. Not a likely one at this point. Slightly improved odds with that. Yes, this happens a lot in Mahjong. Besides, it's only 2 hands. I haven't actually dealt into anything at this point. This is just 2 sumos on the bounce. Second one, bigger hand while I was dealer. I do joke about things that tempt fate. That is the entirety of my plan. So I'm wondering if there's a stream delay here, because that might have been a comment in regards to the definitely on Itsu now. Alright, 9 pin for Tenpai. 9 pin or 7 man. Not a lot of either. Well, comparatively. 1 9 already played. But I would take a multi-sided Pinfu if nothing else. Okay. Oi. Gonna say oi to that. Sola is in chat and he's active in chat, so you know this is being listened to. Alright, 2 9s are down, so that's making the Itsu less likely. Could be Chitoi. We're up against the Chinitsu. Or bonus hand only, I guess, but 1 west. It could be a bonus hand only, but I don't think it is. Oh, there's another 4. What is this? If we were to drop a 9, we have pretty much cleared that octave. Ooh. Yeah. No difference here. We'll get rid of a 9. This is true. Got a really good weight if we got rid of these. Ah, well. Is aggressive politeness a British mannerism? Yarn. Well, we knew he was going for that. There's an argument we should have probably been out of that hand a little sooner, but we're on low points, and a concealed Itsu with Riichi would have been Mahjong. Okay. This is a more sensible hand. This is a good hand now. This is almost the call everything you go for it hand. We shall see. Okay. Yeah, it's that sort of hand. Well, let's see. Hatsudora free wouldn't be bad, but Riichi Dora free is fine as well if that comes off. Plenty of tiles that get us there. Just not north. Alright, low Pinzu, high Manzu, please. Yeah, we take this, don't we? That puts us into a dragon 8 weights. Not ideal, but we could actually. Yeah, we dragon 8 weight this. We're locked into a dragon, which is a problem, but this means we can actually calm the 9s if that comes up. Reach free would probably be better. But hey. There's the dragon risk, and there we go. Dragon free. These dragons in the late game, usually a bad idea. Well, the good news is I was screwing up both their hands then. That's at least something. South round, we can play the East first. Yeah, I was kind of more hoping to screw two people's hands up, maybe give myself the ability to count later, but wasn't expecting that to pay off. Because I should have waited for the reach, honestly. Currently on the Chiral. But the debate was Tenpai versus no 10, but yeah. If I hadn't called it, the dragon might have come out a bit. I don't know. Ultimately, it's fine. We got the Mahjong, so I just feel that we probably should have just waited and gone for reach rather than try to force it. Not going to call just yet. This is a nice hand for sort of for a Chinitsu attack, but it's not there yet. We might call the second 5, maybe, but we still got the 4 and the 6, so actually it's probably better to not. Well, that's a new way to pronounce him, I've got to be honest. We tried every single possible variation of it, I promise you. Alright, Ishan 10. 7 gives us Pinfu. Anything else just gives us a reach on the closed 7. Well, I have noticed somebody's going for looking at something, but you know my opinions on this. You don't exist. You won't have one. You can't get it in the Geshi. Can't be done. I was almost tempted to just call that just to prove it, but you know. Okay, Prospero calls. So, Tenpai for Prospero, maybe? East does nothing. Not so much for that. There's no point in us calling that because it doesn't really give us a lot of benefit. That, however, it does give us a extra little bit of value if this comes off, but we're reaching on the 7, I think, most likely. Actually, there's a lot of frees out there. This, well, we'll see. There are still tiles we can draw. No. Of course it wasn't going to happen. You knew it wasn't going to happen. We all knew. I'm just sad. Oh. We're at the point where we'd call for Tenpai at this stage if we got the option. We didn't get the option. Tanyodora 2. Okay, so the game evens up a little bit. We are still just outside. Well, actually, because we deal among unrange, but non-dealer among unrange just outside of. We've got dragons. This is a nice start, actually. Let's go north to begin. Yeah, we're going to go early with this. We have a nice starter. We have 2 potential backup options here. We have a Khan available. We'll go with this. Alright, green looks out. Can't call a 7, at least not from you. We'll follow up with a green. Okay, Ishanta. 7's not a good thing to be waiting on with our pair option here, but we have the 5 that we can switch into, I guess. But that's not great either. Hello, Egan. How are we doing? Wow, we need one more after that, but yes, queue up so you can play. Yeah, gonna go for the 5 rather than the single 7 at this point. Not expecting 5 to come out of anybody, but you know, we don't look as if we're on that hand at the moment. We've already played 6. Rise is still playing Pinsy tiles against us, so he knows. He knows, or at least he's on something. Or doesn't care about what we're doing. Five or 5. That is unfortunately the exact way it will work out, Egan. Don't worry. Prospero's going for it. South. Okay. Attacks are happening. Risky. We've given Rise some advantage here, but at least we're in a double-sided weight now. There we go. We lucked into that a little bit, but hey. All that for 1,500 points in a repeat. Doesn't feel worth it after all that, but hey. Ask and we shall receive. One more in queue. Excellent. We are waiting on one more. Nice. Nice. Not going to argue with a set of dragons at the beginning. Unfortunately, it's a set of dragons we can never can, but, you know. Can't have everything. He turned up last week, as far as I'm aware. I don't think he's played with us before that point, but he is here. He's here. Who wants to play Mahjong? And beyond that... just some lizard. Fair enough. That's an okay draw. We can go 1-6. No, that would be the mighty JPB. Can we start? Not with 3. You have 3 people queued up. Therefore, you cannot start. Alright, South has also just been proven safe, which I should probably have discarded there. Still, it's a reasonable quick hand if we can get some help. Oh, someone's going to overcall me. No, they didn't. I hate that pause when you go for chi on something you want, because you know somebody's just about to overcall you. Depressing, but we wouldn't have drawn that south because we changed the draw order. Four pin, 7 pin. That'll do. Tenpai, 4 pin, 7 pin. Dragon only. Not the best of weights, but hey, we've got 6. By the way, in lobby, because one person is just hanging out there. Don't know who. I have no way of locating who it is specifically, but all I know is there's somebody in the lobby who's just hanging out there. Maybe he's always there. Who knows? There always seems to be 2 people when I join in, when I set things up an hour in advance. So maybe he's just permanently in there. Just to screw with the numbers. There's no advantage going to swapping that over, really. So, only question is whether 6 pin was safe, I guess. So. We need you. Well, we're in South too. We might be able to just join you in a moment. Anyway, who knows? Hey, we'll take some points off Solar. Well, we're evening up the game here. Another 1,500 point hand, dragon only. Oh dear. Alright, so we've gone for 2 dragon-only hands in the bounce. Now we just need to get a red dragon one to finish this off. No. Oh, at least it seems unlikely. But 2 repeats. We've taken Solar down below 30,000, so we put it back into that sort of game. Oh dear God, we're going to hit dragon only again. Okay. So the plan is we're going dragon only until somebody can get a hand faster than we can. That is now our only plan. Aegon has joined us. Are you absolutely certain you're okay to play, Aegon? Yeah, we're going dragon only for a 3rd time in a row. If Aegon is okay to play, then I will start that game up. And yeah, we are now definitely online for dragon only for the 3rd time in a row. Oh boy. Alright, starting the game up. Chiral, Starfall, Oro, and Aegon. Begin. No, it doesn't actually advance the hand any. And the client which shall not be named, indeed. Could happen. Could happen. Okay, Ishanten. Well, actually, slightly better Ishanten, I think. God damn it. We need a pair whichever way we do this. I'm just trying to work out whether we can... Actually, no, we can still do this. Because we can always get rid of a 2 and just have the pair of 3s. So the only downside is now, if we draw a 1, that backfires on us. Two 5/8 vein from Solar, please. There we go. That's the wrong tile. Ah, yeah. Okay. So it doesn't appear as if 3rd dragon only hand is something that is going to happen here. But you never know. Draw a 5 with a 3-sided wait for it. Well, 4 draws left. Prospero with a pause. Dragon only, take 3. 1, 2, 5. Also does nothing. Is that dealing in? No. Can't reach from Rise. But is it going to beat Dragon only third time of asking? That is a really painful tile to draw right now. Okay. Well, I've had my fun here. I've just got to now debate what's actually safe here. I think we play the 4-pin. 5's been proven safe. We can still hit Tempai them. Oh, Rise got the can reach and the win. And wins more points than I did in my last 2 hands. But I'm still second, so it's all good. Hope Aegon is not rusty. If Aegon's rusty, that's probably him playing better, I've got to be honest. The accidental 10th down Aegon. Well, we're not aiming for the Honitsu at the moment, but we're going to sort of lean into things and see if we get enough Sozu tiles or if we pair up the Wests. Pairing up the Wests would be awesome. This is a closed game. This is a close game. 1200 from the lead, 2 hands to go. It's probably going into West, but... Well, I was waiting ages for the icon, but you know, whatever. But again, Dragon Only is probably a reasonable hand for right now, so we'd probably go for it. But if we can get Honitsu, that seems extremely good for us. We're going to play our red since 2 of them are out. See if we can get luck into that last West. 8-pin doesn't help us. Yeah, until we get that White Dragon, we can't really advance with anything else, but at least in terms of calling things. But it's gonna, unless we can get to the Honitsu, we're not gonna make this a hand that's capable of winning the game outright. But it's very easy to finish last in these sorts of games. The hand wasn't even supposed to be Q-Toy, but then it was. So you have enough absolute safety here. Probably we're going to end up having to do something with the 3-pin here, or at least open 3-pin, get something connected there. Go for a Dragon Reach, maybe. As it turns out, though, we're just not drawing anything useful. West is going to get stuck in a hand. It's going to have to be our pair, which, regardless at this point. We keep drawing loose Manzu. And even if we kept them, we'd only have 2 pairs, so... This is a bit of a push, but we'll go for it.
Riichi.
Unfortunate, but we have 2 safe tiles against Rise at least. Crossbow thinking denying a draw? No, not yet. So 1-1-1. Okay, well we don't have to think about that too much more. So Rise picks up a bit more of a lead, which is free hand. Not enough to secure in the game just yet, but enough to take it beyond the 30k threshold. So we need Mangan and a bit to take him below 30k. And we have 2 Dora and a Dragon. So let's go very quick, very aggressive, see what we can do. South and North both work bonuses, so we'll aim for one or either. We also don't have a pair, which is our big problem with the open hand at the moment. Okay, got a pair. So the question is, can we get a north before the last one comes off? Unlikely. 3-6, ideally from solar. Or I can draw it. Drawing it's fine. And just something off of that. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Hi, Puffin. How are we doing? Alright, Ishanten. A couple of different directions here. Dragon 2. 369 required for Tenpai.
Riichi.
Okay, reach for dealer again. Well, we can at least follow up for safety for the moment. Ah, sorry to hear that, sir. Alright, 6-9. 8 of those left in the pond that we could draw. 8-9 for Dragon, door 2. Painful, but we went for it, and it worked. Played an early 8, which is my only justification for that one. I don't know what my justification is going to be for this one, except that I have Tenpai. So we'll risk it. Safe in one direction. 6-9. 4 was just played by Rise, so that's fine. Sumo. Oh, we knocked Rise down by 1,000 points. We might have knocked Rise below, depending on this, because he is dealer. Yeah, we gained 2,000 from him. So we are looking to go into a West round here, or I win. So this is perfect positioning for me, really. As long as I don't deal in, we go into West, or I win. We also have a very nice starting hand. I mean, I've reached for a 5th Forso before. Well, maybe not exactly that 5th Forso, but, you know, I've reached for a 5th tile that doesn't exist before. Definitely done that. Now, we'll keep the Honitsu chance alive here. Starfall dead, pause the game. Not to worry, game has been paused. Reaching for the tile you can't for. That's a 10 play, I think. I'm sure I've seen that done in 10 for whatever reason. I think it was to run out the clock, if I remember rightly, but it's been a while since I've watched that one. I read it anyway. It's not a series of it as far as I'm aware. There might be. 10 Blessed Way of a Nice Guy. Or pseudo sequel to Akagi. Which came first? Or at least finished first. Well, we're not getting any help on the finishing this quick Chinitsu for victory, so we're on the backup plan of just staying above the threshold. Ready. Okay. Game restored. I mean, in truth, I'd be quite happy to just take this to Pinfu. But we're not dealer, so I think unless we deal in, we're second. It's just a case of whether we can sneak by and whether we have a West round. Okay, so run, 3-6 nut, 3-6 for a pair weight. Yeah, okay, so we have Pinfu pretty much there. Not going to take the close 9-7 though. Should have discarded 7 first. And I think we have Pinfu, so if we get Tenpai here, we don't need to do anything with that. White dragon that's live is a problem. We'll play it next round anyway, because I think anybody else would have gone for Riichi or something. Prospero might not have done. Can't call it because we didn't have a Yaku with the 1 currently in our hands. Gotta risk it now, but that's probably going to be called by somebody. Yep, Prospero. So he went afterwards, but he's probably there now. He's probably also the least... okay, so we've now got 2 sides of this. This is awkward, actually, I think. Hold on, let me try and work out what the heck my weights are. He's gone 3-2-2, so... Can we just Tanyo this? I think we might be Tanyoing this 3-6 weight. So I can Chi, call the 6-7 to get rid of the 2... There was probably a way for me to do that, but... Yeah, so I call that, I have a pair of 5s. No, I wouldn't quite have it. So yeah, 3-6 works. That is a dangerous thing for me to have right now, but we'll play it now anyway. However, next round we're probably going to be considering that a bit more. 3-man, 3-man. 6-pin. What's the no 10 gap if it came to it? We're 3,000 above rise if it comes to a no 10 position. He's played his own Tuso, so that's fine. Ha. Nope, we're not going to bother with that. Because we can play the 7 to be finally safe against him as well. And we can still potentially hit Tenpai with this. So Tanyo on almost anything here.
Riichi desu.
No, 4 and 5 are both safe. Calling that does nothing. Calling that puts us Tenpai. Do we care? We care. We shouldn't do, but we care. Oh well, we gave Rise the win. Should have left it. Should have left it. I'd like to say I calculated that we would finish second regardless. I didn't. Should have left it though. Oh well. That has happened and your guys chatty. Alright, let's go and watch the other game for a little bit while we wait for the other game to finish. And also, I'm going to turn the lights on. Bear with me 2 minutes. Okay, so we've hit the hand sort of in progress here. So what I'm going to do is just... Okay, that's slightly annoying in terms of trying to show something before this game begins. I also don't particularly want to show the game while it's been paused, so I'm actually going to take a quick break here. I'm going to be back in about thumbnail is cursed, apparently. Which it is. This is true. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick break, so I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. Bear with. Okay, well the game is still saying pause. I don't remember it being quite paused for that long, I gotta be honest, but hey. We shall see. Is the game actually going? Games are going, it just says match paused. Bear with. There we go. Right, now we can spectate without that in the way. Show tile, show hands. And we are currently following Starfall for no other reason than that's where it started us. So, Ishanten for Chanter. Well, East Chanter, I suppose, is his absolute backup here. Chiral. Dealer button. Looking a little cheatoitsy. Oro, bit of a way to go. And Aegon is... Aegon looks okay, actually. Ishanten, I think, with that. Okay, Starfall abandons that. Goes for the Dora and the ability to call West or 5. Discarding 3, so that gives him the 1, 4, 7 acceptance, 7 into there. Yeah, not doing too bad. Open, yes, they are the same value.
Riichi.
Alright, Chitotsu Reach from Chiral. And Starfall regretting that he went for the 3 first. That she is. Alright. So Chiril's North Reach is also 2 tiles remaining. Has caused Starfall to fold. Might cause... Well, we'll see it here. Oro is Ishanten. On his pursuit. But it's whether that 8-man's going to come out. Aegon, I'm not sure if he's still in the attack or not, but a 6-pin discard's interesting. Kept over the dragon, so probably thinking... I have no idea why I would classify that as safe, I've got to be honest, but hey. West-West, 2 gives him a pair. So, green or 8-pin here. Green is live, but... I guess for free. Oh, okay, so he is pretty much out, just relying on Suji here. Starfall picking up a pair of reds. Is that going to be enough to entice him? Or is that going to be enough to... It kind of ruins Aegon's gameplay, that one. Or it also has got himself into a 4 pairs position himself. So yeah, and Carol's able to eventually sumo. Yeah, so Riichi and draw to Hanuman. Yeah, Aegon's on 4,000 points, so we might have a quick end to this game here, which has not ended as of yet, so he's still in it. We're going to follow Aegon here because he's hit Dora's. So Dora Dragons, a pair of them. Unfortunately, with the way this is set up, I don't think he's on a Daisangan attempt. Certainly not now. But can he carry those dragons to victory? Meanwhile, what everybody else is up to. Carol's got a reasonable starting hand for a dealer, so no complaints there. Starfall, little disjointed, but not the worst hand in the world. And Oro, yeah, Oro's hand looks okay. No, I like Oro's hand. So that Oro's hand looks reasonably quick, at least if he wants to go for just something like a Tanya. Well, they want to go for a Tanya. So let's see how this progresses. Well, I mean, given this from Aegon's perspective, you have a pair of the Dora Dragons. Having a single one's terrible, but having the pair of them is nice because if nothing else, you have a pair. Will the Dora Dragon come out now? Not yet. Starfall still either deciding to just hold that for his pair or, you know, do whatever. But you can still work with two dragons is more than good enough. Will he get the chance? He needs to improve the other bits of it because he's played some questionable tiles here. There's also a Tenpai hit from Starfall here, waiting on the 6-9. 3 6s currently stuck in people's hands, but all the 9s are still available to be drawn. Except that Oro discards just after Dora Free was called. So Starfall picking up a win. Shinomi. It works. Also, that ice cream truck is taunting us again. That's what I just said, yes. Alright, following Oro here. So South 1 with a pair of East, and it's just picked up a Dora Dragon, which Starfall also has one in hand. So we'll see how this progresses. Chinitsu, Brian Peiko. Clearly best option. So I like Oro's hand here. Amazingly, again, you've just gone into South round, so of course you have the wrong pair, but, you know, it's still not bad, even considering that. Okay, it looks as if the other game has ended. I will shuffle the tables over before we go to the next one, but again, I'll wait and see who's available once this is done. Okay. Which I guess, unfortunately, means Aegon's about to deal into somebody. Oh, actually, not necessarily, but he's not dealer at the moment, so it's either a buyman or it's a lot of nonsense about to happen here. Actually, what is Aegon on with this hand? I haven't got rid of South in the South round. Not a lot. I basically gave up a position where I could have folded out and won on the draw state and dealt into Rise's hidden Choitsu, which unfortunately meant he won rather than me. Thankfully, and I'm going to state that even though I did contradict myself immediately after I lost the hand, I was among an up on 3rd place, so 2nd was secure. It was still a silly thing to have done, though, because I could have played around it. I had no need to. But either way, Rise picks up the win in game 1, and we're just watching the end of the game you were just in. Yeah, to be fair, the gap was about 3,500 points, and there were literally 4 discards left in the game when I dealt in. I had the option of either calling for Tenpai, which I didn't need to do, but decided to anyway for reasons of I could still win a hand off somebody. Because it was a good weight. It was a three-sided irregular weight that I had. But again, I had no reason to go for it because it was a 3,400. Even in the optimal, even if I was noted, there was no way Rose was overtaking me at the draw step with 4 discards to go. There was a reach on board. My discard was safe to then. But yeah, I could and should have waited on that one. Still. You finished third. No, I would. Well, as I say, I didn't calculate it, but I said I admitted I didn't, but I kind of was half aware of it. That 8,000 points was not enough to put me under second place. So let's see what's brewing here. Okay, Sananko Toy Toy coming up, waiting on the White Dragon, which I think might be how this game is about to end in some way, shape, or form. Fortunately, it's not going to give Oro enough points if he takes it from Aegon. I mean, you didn't need to. You were 3,000 whatever behind. You were going to have enough points to overhaul me if you got the win anyway. Starfall picks up the Paradoris. Toy Toy achieved from Oro. So Toy Toy Dora 2, hopefully. Bah. Well, there it is again. Actually, I have no idea where it picks up from around here, but you know, it's close enough that we can call it. I mean, to be fair, what I should have done, as I mentioned, is I had safe tiles to everybody. I could have just passed. I had the complete ability to fold that last discard and just go out there. Karn? Nope. I'm surprised I didn't Karn that, because Karning that makes a lot of sense if you got a late game. I'd have Karned. You're in third place. You're a long way behind second. Had to add that should have been a Karn, given you had a hand that is kind of there. I mean, obviously, you can guess that some people have White Dragons, but you can't know that. And there's no disadvantage to you putting value on the table, I guess. Well, getting to the end. Set of West for Aegon. Is that the deal in? That is the deal in. And Ora does take the guaranteed third. Did I miss that? Oh, I did miss that question. No, Cans would have absolutely counted. Toy Toy is just triplets or Cans. Yeah, I mean, objectively, if you were gaming for anything higher, that's fine, but you secured third, I guess. All right. So let's get queued up and find out how many people we actually have at this point. Also, I did not mean to leave. Just come back. So we have, let's calculate it, 9 people ready. Myself included would take that up to 7, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And obviously we do want to shuffle the players up a little bit. So if we get one more, then I'll split this into 2 tables. If not, I'm going to have to do some dice rolling calculations. Debbie is just taking a spot at the moment, not taking your spot right now, Carol. Well, we need one more. We have a 7, which is the absolute worst number of Mahjong players to have. 7. So because I don't have a D7. I think I used to have a D7. Hey, we have Carol back in. Okay. So, game 1 will be between myself. I've played Rice today. I'll play Starfall, Oro, and Cairo. And that leaves Debbie, Rise, Prospero, and Solar. Except actually, no, that's too... No, I can't. That's one too many. Let's throw... Actually, no, we should play Chiral. We should play Chiral. Okay. Any preferences for who wants to play who here before we go any further? I haven't confirmed anything yet, but that was my rough plan here. I want to do 2 and 2 from the previous game, so... Nobody's saying any preferences, so I'm going to start rolling some dice here. So there are 6 players with those 2 taken. So 1, 2, good. It's you in, and good. Okay. So the first game is going to be between myself, Rise, Debbie, and Oro, and the other game is going to be Solar, Prospero, Starfall, and Chiral. Good luck, and we'll shuffle things around if we get to a third set of games. Alright, game on. So Debbie is starting dealer, and I have what is a reasonable starting hand here, and arguably a possibility, depending on what we draw here. Indeed, catch you later. Alright, where's the start? So 2 Yakai tiles in the opening hand. We have reasonable shot at just going for a normal Pinfu-ish style thing. Nothing massively valuable unless we get a lot more of these in. And it seems to just be rolling up towards a normal-ish Pinfu here. If we luck into the free pin, we're ideal. Beyond that, though, we'll see. Should play the 6s. Let's go green here. So it's obviously pair run as well, so that further emphasizes our strength on that side. Free pin's still a great draw for us. There's a marginal chance that helps us, but we've already discarded the 1, so we'll get rid of 2 here. Because we could have drawn a 3, but then it puts us into a 3-7, 1-4-7, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world, but... Okay, that's not as bad, puts us into a 6-3. What's from here is, will we get that free pin, which we do kind of need. No, not right just yet. Continuing discarding 2 1s.
Riichi.
Right, Rise reaching on the 5. I'm going to play North. It's not a safe tile, but it is our win, so it's likely safer than a lot of other things we could be doing. Nope, we'll play 1 pin. If it is, well done. But right now we're looking at a potential Sanchiku here as well. So Riichi, Tanyo, Sanchiku would be with Dora is kind of a huge deal actually at this point. Also, this is a kind of ridiculous setup. Downside is I'm going to have to make this free pass. The hand is massive, so we're going to go for it. We're going to keep going. Hi, Rumi, as well. Just noticed you in there. The odds of Friso being safe are so low here, but But just drawing that 4. Now this here is, but that south was actually no, that south had not been played before the reach. That was not a safe tile. I thought it was because I was misreading things. Whoops. Also, Debbie has confirmed the free save for us, which is extremely nice of her. The outside is not quite there yet. Well, the 8's also safe. Come on, Forso.
No.
Darn it. We could have potentially advanced. It's going to be a 6-3. Yep, 6-3. So each pin through one door. One door and one door. Shame. We had to kind of go for that because this was a particularly big hand, but hey, game moves on. And we are second on priority. Alright, start with East. So what are we looking at here? Nothing ridiculous, but if we can get to town pin door 1, or at least pin through door 1, we'd be perfectly fine with that. Meanwhile, dead silence on the other table. We have a third pair here. It's got 8 for the moment. 6 is technically a middle tile, so it could still have things connecting to it. Block 1, block 2, block 3, yeah. So we need that for another block, I think, but we do have too many pairs, so we should probably look to try and convert this, depending on what happens. Tile hadn't been discarded, or 2 tiles. Or just folding. Sometimes folding is the answer. It's not a nice answer often, but you know, sometimes it is the answer. Well, we just hit ourselves 5 and we've just hit door 2, so I think we're going for a late toy or 7 pairs attack here. It's not impossible this works, but we are up against a double call. Double Yakuhai as well. And we're a long way from confirming this one. So that's the third west, so we're not going to gamble on that. I think given the options and given we were up against 2 calls, we'd probably try and attack this for Toy. Maybe? I don't even know if we want to do that, actually. Now we see 9s and 7s. We should probably have got rid of those first, but this gives us potential other things that we could do. So it's just Yakuhai and away. Could be Honitsu as well. Makes this 7 really awkward. Makes everything in our hand really awkward doing this. We shouldn't. This is not the right way to do this. Toy into Dragon's thankfully safe. So we're not going to get any help from anybody else now. We just need to pair one of the other things we've got in our hand at the moment. That wasn't that. Oh, we can at least hit 10 by if we get one more, so there's that going for us. 5 has thankfully been proven safe, so that's at least something. Fortunately, we might need it for 10 by, but good news is we now know this 4-5 is safe. And this late in the game, we might be able to just sneak our way into 10 by. We're unlikely to pair either of them at this point, but... Well, yeah, no, I guess it's not impossible, but 2 4s are gone. 3 4s are gone. Well, we're going to follow up with that. So, okay, 5 5 or 5 to hit 10 by on the other 5s. This feels good. How many are there left? 1 5. Okay, so Pinzu seems like the least likely one, but you know. It was safe earlier, so it might be safe now. Ishanten, 3 draws to go. Is anybody going to give me any 5s? Because they shouldn't do. 10 by. 5 5. For Dora, Toy Dora 3. Potentially Dora 4. It's Hanneman if we draw it. Pawn from Rise. 7 pin. Another pawn. 5 pin, 5 so. Haite. Oh! We stole the win with an extra Dora. This is a monster hand. Didn't need the Haite to get the Hanneman, but yeah. Holding all the Dora. Reasonable to win. Ouch. Possible Yakuman. Oh, Yakuman Tenpai? So Rise of Yakuman Tenpai apparently, so I'll have to watch that back in a moment. He's 2. Yeah, I figured they were big. So we're looking good for just getting a Tanyo attack going on here. We'll probably get rid of the 8-man if we're lucky enough to draw this. Potential Sanchikyu here as well, although we'd have to do a bit of rebuilding to make that definite. That actually might be reasonable. Alright, let's get rid of the 5. Let's get rid of those first. Alright, we've helped Rise out, which is not great given that we're in tight battle for second with him, but that was a good draw. That was a great draw, actually. So now we're back on the Sanchikyu plan here. So, draw 5, we have Riichi Sanchikyu. Free hand and to become dealer. Alright, Sanchikyu only to become dealer. This is worth a take here. So Sanchikyu Tanyo, 2,000 points to steal the dealership, and a Suji just played. So we'll see. Debbie calls 3. We have Rise calling 5s. I'm not sure if they're on similar hands or just going for a quick attack win here, but... Well, we've now hit both sides of this. Still 4 of them left, but it is a middle tile, so it's unlikely to come out of anybody's hand. But it doesn't look as if we want it, so there is that. We're definitely sticking on the Sanchiku here because value increase. It's 2,000 points, really. It's not that worth it, but it probably is. Guess we want to be careful here now because we're getting to the stage where both Debbie and Raj could be in Tenpai. West, which is Debbie's. Let's see if she wants it. She does. So, gotta assume Debbie's in Tenpai or at least close to it with at least Yakuhai, and I don't think she's on a Honitsu based on this, but she hasn't played any Manzu, which I'm noticing is a weird thing. I mean, two man. Still, gotta be at least somewhat aware of what Debbie's up to here. Good news is we are seeing a lot of, well, we're seeing a few Manzu floating out, so we might be able to get there. There's number West. Dora from Rise, okay. So Rise has definitely hit something. Oh, Toy Honitsu. She also plays a Dora here, so yeah, there's some hands going out here. Dragon thankfully is the 4th, so we're fine here for this turn. So we can play the 8s if we want to absolutely be safe on things. Whites are safe. Nines. 2 of them are safe. Should be fine. That should be our last one. So it's now just a case of lasting the hand here. Oh wait, that wasn't our last one. Safe to anybody who isn't Debbie. 4-player Tenpai. So Debbie was on an East 5 and was Toy with lots of potential bonuses going on. So 4-player Tenpai. Interesting. Alright, so we start with a set of Norths, which doesn't actually do a lot for us because it's not our round wind. 1 Dora. Got a pair of 5s as well. Well, 7 is the least tile other than the 3-man, so we'll get rid of those 2 and see where we are after that point. But I called for Tenpai and then nothing happened. Dodging, yeah. I called for Tenpai, I just assumed everybody else was, doing their normal thing, but hey. Can never be sure, can never be sure. We're going to 7-pin. There's an argument we could have kept that and just tossed the 3, and that's probably a correct argument. But for the moment. And we'll play 9. So about the same kind of odds with this one. Obviously, probably prefer to get rid of this. Almost dealing into a big hand is exactly what you want to be doing.
Riichi.
Ah, Rise! Why would you do such a thing? Well, we can play safe here. We know the 1's going to be safe. So, well, the 1 should be safe. It's the 4th one. He's gone for that. Fine. Yeah, 2 dragons is awkward, but we'll have to see what we can do to play around it. Or he just reaches back to Sumos and gets some Mangan. So now we have to get some work. Now we have to do some work. So we're going to be at least 4,000 behind him. Going into our dealer turn, and Oro is less than 1,000 points. So this is probably our only shot to overhaul Rise here. We're getting 2 in a row. Right, we have 4 pairs. Yeah, 900 points. We're still in East. We're still in East round, effectively. The question is Toy Toy versus things here, and I think we're going to lean towards 7 pairs at this point because we need to 64 him here. Oh, no point holding on to that on a 7 pairs run. I feel my tilt. Oh dear. Oro has also disconnected, so I'm just going to quickly pause. Game crashed. It's fine. It's fine. We paused. Unmuting while paused. I'm not sure how I agree with this. I'm not sure how I agree, how much I agree with that kind of philosophy. Okay, there we go. All right, restored. All right, so Debbie's discard. Okay. I can't believe I have to keep telling people this, but could you not give my hand away? I don't mind talking generally about what it is, but when you give specifics about what I'm doing, that's when the problems are kind of there. Anyway. So yeah, we're looking at Tanya back up here for anything we're doing. But getting the triplet of the 8s isn't the worst. Okay, so then he's got south as well. This could just end here and I'll end up third and second, which is fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's just as Rise was commenting in chat, he might take some interest in you telling him exactly that I could have called the 7-8. And I think at that point, well, there had been 2 played and it's a little ambiguous. It's still giving away details of my hand. Which I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate if I was right behind you in real time telling people, you know, we're not super competitive here, but, you know, I will remove anything that's obviously about my hand. We're going to go for this. Because I feel that we're in a position where we're a bit behind. Oh, Carnage. Door free? Would be lovely, please. Not quite. Has given Orodor free. Ooh, Debbie might have saved me big time with that. That is a lot of Dora. Alright, Debbie hits a Mungan off of my direct rival. That unfortunately is... Actually, no, it was enough. There we go. Okay, so we're now in a game with 1,000 points. Snipe Oro for the win. Well, we have 2 Dora. Which arguably we don't need for what we're trying to do, but hey. The best kind. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, in all honesty, I've had people who have been more specific about my hand, but you could have just said not calling would have been good. Yeah, no, and that would have been absolutely valid information. I mean, even arguably, the fact that I could go for a double run is somewhat information, but you know, I doubt they're going to glean that much from what I'm doing without specifics of that. But an 8 gives some information on it that I've got a lot of tars in the high end. And as I say, it was ambiguous as to which set it was, but yeah, you know, it's... If you wouldn't like me saying that about your hand, then it's probably not a good idea to say it about mine. And again, we are not super competitive here. Okay, red. Yeah, let's get rid of the dragons and see where we are. We do want to just get 1,000 point hands and knock Oro out here. Having 2 Dora means we can do it with any kind of sumo, which is awkward. That is awkward, actually. Dora free. Well, nothing that directly works against him, so we're just going to play the 1 here. Rise showboating, otherwise I would have probably kicked him. At least briefly. Yeah, we don't have a lot to attack with here. Alright, Debbie's going to go for this. Has also given me a safe tile. And the problem's the white dragon, though. We could risk a 7 potentially with all the 4s now known, but... Yeah, that's of course a Khan there, so... Okay. East is interesting, but also is Devi's. So my hand is now very shiny. Possibly too shiny. I'm not going to take that because I actually prefer the safe tile here. Would like to see the white safe. There we go. See, now I'm quite confident about going for things here. We also have a last discard that's good as well. Draw the free, have a multi-sided weight, well, pair weight for victory, I guess. Can we do this? Call, discard the, yeah, we can do this. Tanya, waiting on the 6. Got it. Good attack. Didn't get it off the person we wanted, but good attack. So we hit 2 Mangans back to back. Well, Mangan to Mangan there. So basically, I stole Rise's points by proxy. There we go. That works. And Oro is still in the game, still unable to reach. Indeed. Pair of 9s. That gives us... I'm going to get rid of the 1-2 here. We'll do the backup plan again for Toy Toy or something. Unfortunately, East isn't a bonus for us, really, but... Also, hello, Demo. Just noticed you queued up. You're currently the 9th person. This game, however, looks like it's going to end reasonably soon, so we might get another one in. Yeah, I was going to go with you win some, you lose some, but okay, fine. So let's see. No, we're still waiting on that Tiso discard here, so somebody had some interest in that. So we're 11-6 above Rise, who is currently the dealer. So he needs a monk. A monk off anybody will be enough to him to overhaul me. So we're not definitely one yet, but if we can get past this turn, we probably are there. So does Debbie want the Tiso this time? Not this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 6-0 is not good for us. We're going to keep discarding Sozu at the moment. Because clearly somebody's got an interest in it. I mean, ideally we just want 1,000 points to knock Oro out. Well, Oro's trying, bless him. We're going to play the 5 here. So we're up to 5 pairs. Somebody using emotes for rudeness. How dare they? How absolutely dare they? Alright, we see 2 dragons. Yeah, so that's fine. Not like anybody I could think of, eh, Kyril? Alright, Pursuit Reach from Rise. This game could be over very rapidly now because we just hit Tenpai as well. As much as I would want to be discarding the 4 here, I think we're going to have to risk it on the 1. And we're going to go Dama. Oh boy. The 8's safer because Rise played one. East from our hand. If we'd have made the 4 pass, we would have won off Rice's discard, but that's just the way it works. We did. White safe. Oh, see, 9 would be a fine thing to be on. It's just... Oh, I don't know. Okay. Rise potentially has an interest in this. Debbie probably doesn't from a discards. 9 is a much better thing to be waiting on than a 4-pin, which we know the 1 has passed. We're still going to play for 9.
No.
It's a cheat toy, so I'm not going to be happy. Nope. Well, there's that Mungan coming back, unfortunately. He uses the dealer one. 4-pin would have been more risky, unfortunately. But, yeah. We had to play safe to one of them too, Riichis, if we could. Alright, so 13 down. Yeah, I could. I could have waited on that 9. I had Chitoitsu. I definitely didn't. I only had the 2. But that would only have the 1 of. Well, we've got to draw a 2-hand here, so let's see what we can do with it. Not impossible that we can overhaul this, but we need some things. I didn't need really to worry about that. Given that I was in the lead at that point, I was perfectly fine with the Nodora T-Toy at that point, even Dama. Well, it might have been a better option there, but I felt we still had a reasonable go at that. Ultimately, if we could have made the 4 pass, which admittedly we probably could against Rise, not sure against Debbie, we'd have got the win with that, but hey. No, we're up to multi-pairs again. Yeah, it's only because we dealt into Rise and the massive point difference now that we got, but obviously I was 11-6 above him at the time. So Adama put me out of range. We're in South 2, so he has no dealer turns left. That felt that if I could pull that off, that was game winning. Yeah. We could have played around it, I guess, but... To be fair, Rise could have won anyway, and we'd have still had the same or similar problems. That's not a bad draw for us, actually. So, 2 away from Pinfu Ipeiko Double Dora. And that's fine. Well, didn't deal in once, which is a good state to be in. At this point, Rise is kicking my ass, so... And he's still pushing. Which is his prerogative. He is allowed to do that. We need to secure a pair somewhere, so we're going to go 5 now. So we're going with a pair of 7s. I know we had Ipeiko as a possibility here, but I'm much happier with the standard Pinfu line. And we've got the 4-5, 4-6-8 here to try and secure something. Oh, that's unfortunate. So we could go Reach on the 7, or we could go Reach for the 2-5. Reach, 2-Dora. Yeah, we're going to go for the 2-Dora Reach here. The main argument with this is we're going to secure 2nd if we get the win off Oro, and if we get the hit off, or if we sumo, if we get the hit of Rise, this is the most valuable. So we're going to go for the thing here. Put the hand in the Discord for later. I was on Chitoitsu, so I could change my weight to anything. I just dealt in. Yeah, well. Well, I don't know whether Rise wanted to do that because he wanted to. Surely the point of that is to target there. But I guess if you got any kind of win when you're in that position, that means that I'm less likely to be able to counterattack him. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. We're going to go again. Okay. It's better. I don't know if it's that much better. Yeah. That's kind of my thing. I don't like showboating if we can avoid it. Okay. Not ideal, but we'll see what we can manage here. We could potentially do some stuff here. We are 19 down on Rise, so we'd need a Hanneman to get back in any meaningful capacity. A Mung and direct hit would be good enough, but yeah, absolutely. We call that grandstanding. We don't like that here. I mean, I'm not a fan of emotes in the slightest anyway, but you know. So, what's the aim here? Toy and just try to win some points. Also got to remember, we're 7-2 from Debbie with those 2 DLNs now, so we've got to be slightly aware of that happening. I didn't have 3 of the same tile in my hand at any point. I had 3 Easts at one stage, but I discarded that. I think we're still going to go for this because this looks okay. I wonder if we can sneak into anything else. I disagree with that start point of that statement. Okay, I get what you mean now with that. Just looking at the Discord thing. Yeah, that was automatically discarded, so ignore me. I thought you meant the East earlier, but I wasn't looking at waiting on anything that wasn't that. Yeah. We'll keep going. I think if we start calling triplets here, we just get rid of the 4, 5, 6 and we try for the Honitsu as well. Honitsu, Toy, and Dragon would be Mungan. Or we can go for 7 pairs, I guess. Reach 7 pairs gives us a potential Hanneman, so we'll have a go at it. One west, 2 south, so we'll get rid of south. There's been a lot of 5s and 6s played, so I'm really on the wrong tiles to go for this sign to 7 pair, but we'll start replacing them. Or we've got other options, I guess. 5 more draws. Risky tile first. Okay. West we think is an okay tile. At least for the final one. Not expecting this to go exactly the way that you might be planning here because we're going to take this. Absolutely we're going to take this. Actually, we'll keep the calls available because we might be carning, but actually, not sure what we can even still carn at the moment. Actually, we can still carn both of these. Can't carn the East, unfortunately, but this is a toy only hand at the moment, which is the only depressing thing about this, but if we draw it, it's a high tay as well, so actually no, it won't be high tay. High tay's on Debbie's draw. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, unfortunate. So Rise has crushed me twice in succession, and we can't have that continuing, surely. There we go. GG. Alright, I am probably ready for one more, but that's probably going to be my lot for the evening. But I will see whoever else is going in first, because I've not done any real analysis on anything at this point. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, given you're on 1,000 points, you're on less than 1,000 for much of that game. It was an awkward one. Unfortunately, it was between the three of the rest of us who were just passing points down. Okay, so we currently have Demo, who hasn't started at this point. Prospero was queued up, and then I'm going to have to roll dice for the rest of it. I'm probably going to observe this, largely because I've had 2 second places and I've gained some points this week, which, you know, is at least a slight rarity. So bear with while I do some quick mathematics to find out who is actually going to play next. So currently I've just got 4 people up, so that's a d20, 1 to 5, etc. down the list. I roll... Oh, darn it, now we've got 5. Well, change it. 1 to 4, and then downwards. So we roll a 18, which means it is player 5, which is currently Rumi. And then 1 to 5 down for the rest of them. And we roll a 10, which makes it Solar. Start. And then since we have 3 people left, I'm going to prepare for a match, and we're going to have another match between Kung Pao Debbie, my Starfall, Rise, and myself for the other game. So, best of luck all, and this is definitely going to be my last one. And Rise with the chance to just beat me 3 in a row, which would be depressing. I mean, losing to anybody 3 in a row would be depressing. It's not just because it's Rise. Oops. But we have our aim, we have our goal. Let's see how this works. In fairness, both times I've dealt into him for a Mungan out of nowhere, which he's managed to snipe. So, all right, no worries. All right, thanks for joining us for the games. Catch you another time. All right, so starting north, 1 Dora and a okay-ish starting hand. Yeah, our only goal is finish above Rise here, just as an FYI. That's a good draw. Okay, so that opens up possibility. That also opens up connectivity with Fedora, which is what we want. And Starfall with the early attack 987. Well, if we keep drawing Sozi tiles, I guess that is our plan. I kind of want to keep South for a little bit, just because it's a safe tile to get rid of at the end. And also it helps with a Honitsu plan if we were to draw a second, so... Okay, if we just keep drawing Sozi tiles, then this hand is automatic. But yeah, draw a 5, draw a 2. Southweight. Yeah, sure. Alright, so Debbie Dragon Call.
Riichi.
Alright, Raz with a very rapid attack, and this is not why we get the south, but it's a good thing there. So we could still Itsu attack this. We're lucky enough to get a 2 out of something. Well, we'll take the first one. Probably still going to play the 8 into him, but we know the 2 is going to be definitely safe. West. He shouldn't want it. It's not his wind, but... At least I won't give him any extra value. Would give him the win, of course, but... No worries. Yeah, it annoys me as well. Don't worry. Alright, risk the 8. I'd be tempted to take this. Not going to just yet. 2 from my hand. Play safe where we can and just try and work around it. Looking at this, the best thing for us to get is now the 2. We can arguably risk the 4 against that as a Suji, but we need to just get a Yaku and get to ground here. Another 2. Oh, we just need to draw another Hatsu, actually. That'll probably be the best thing for us.
No.
Okay, well, that's the deal then. Was a 2-sided weight as well, but reach only. So, not too upset with that. Dealer repeat, but it was cheap. Okay. This isn't too bad. I guess in early reach you can't really do too much other than just hope it's cheap, and it was in this case. Not always going to be, but as much as you can, play your normal game, play safety where you can, and just try and get finished before he does. Hope you're on a better weight. In this case it was a 2-sided one, but... But let's see. Okay, 2 North's gone, so we're going to be getting rid of ours. Unless we want to just keep it for safety. Actually, we've got enough tiles that we can get rid of here. They could probably hold on to it for a little longer if we wanted to, but... One will go around at least. Parent also doesn't actually help us a great deal, but, you know. 2 safe tiles better than 1 safe tile. Okay, that's an okay draw. Gives us a pair at nothing else. Makes this 9 awkward. Alright, we'll play East. End of the first row. Probably the best chance to get rid of that safely. Might get rid of a 9 and try to go for a Tanya. Might make a prep move for discarding the 6 here, but we'll see. Yeah, we're going to get rid of 9 now.
No.
And dealing Starfall. That is unfortunate, but it could have been worse. It was not good by any means, but it could have been worse. Double Dora and a very fast starting hand. Shame these aren't bonus tiles in a way, but hey. Let's see what we can do with this. So we're getting rid of a 9-8 unless we luck into the 7 here. Ishanten. 6 for a 3-sided weight, please. Come on, 6 pin. Six pin. Somebody gonna pawn that first? Yep, Staff was gonna pawn that. Okay, 7 pin's not ideal, but it does technically mean we got a few extra tiles that get us there.
G.
Tanyo attack or Chitoitsu? Probably Tanyo attack. Wait, we draw a 6. I'm putting myself against that anytime. Too safe.
Riichi だよ。
Eh. Because I'm not uber competitive, sir. That'll be the reason. Which is a live course, but you know.
G.
Well, I've really going into this. We shall see. No chance to Khan, unfortunately. At this point, just wait and see if anything happens. Five more draws.
No.
Awkward. And he had Tudor as well, so okay. We're hemorrhaging points to Starfall at the moment. And not the best of hands to try and come back with, but we'll see. Alright, Debbie with bonus tile only. Hopefully. Well, actually, she could have other things. Alright, Dragon 1. So what's a high end here? Well, before that, I'd have said probably 678 Sanity, although it probably still is. Alright, double Yakai for Devi. Can't really call that back. So we do have 567 Sanchikyu on, although it would mean cutting out this Dora most likely. But anything Pinfu Dora 2 would take it right now. And Ishanten. Okay. Double Dora. Dora free. And we deal with that. We had a CG to that as well. No, well, half CG. Still, had to be done. Hit Dora 2. 9-2, and we go into East 3. Alright, Starfall with the first turn Dragon Call. So at this point, we just need to get some hands together and get ourselves into the dealer turn. That's an okay draw. So double run, pair. Hope to draw a free so. If not, we'll probably get rid of that. Yep, that helps. We have some options coming up here, and I always get these options wrong. So I think from that, yeah, so we now have double run pair. Yeah, so Ishanten. Cut that, we go into a 5-7 and also, yeah, don't want to call that. The order went off, but thankfully Debbie played one just before me, so that's fine. Seven for a 6 for a Tanyo pair weight, or we get 2, I think, and that gives us into. Actually, it doesn't give us into a lot. Last White Dragon doesn't help us. Well, we only had the 8 available earlier, so let's see. Ipatsu. Well, Riichi Ipatsu pin to 39, become dealer, take another reach stick. Alright, that puts us out of danger zone at least. Now it's just a case of can we climb the ladder. And our dealer turn says maybe. But we need a bit of luck to make this work. G-Dora, though. So if we luck into the 8-pin, luck into the 7-man, we are away. Got West for probable safety later. Nice. Okay. So potentially Dora free. Whatever we're doing as dealer with Dora free should be good enough. So we're rid of the 9-8, I think. Ultimately, this doesn't change for just that 1-9. 7 still improves us. We just get rid of that 6. Hope to draw a middle tile here, which is a 6 rather than the 8. Especially now we've got to go into that. We have West for safe tiles if we want to use them that way. And we're going to use both Wests at the moment and then see where we are. So we could go for Tanyo here. Be aggressive. But it's an option. We're up to multi-pairs again. Also the 8 safe. Made up from Devi, so we can use that to our advantage here. That is a great draw. Ishanten. And if we draw a 4-7, we have Pinfu as well. So we could go silent Pinfu 4-7. Potentially, depending on how this goes. It wouldn't matter if we'd have reached out anyway, we'd have still lost the same points, but it was probably the best route we had to anything. Though losing a Mungan there hurts. Alright, we have to start doing some silly things now. South 1. Bonuses South for this round. Yeah, not the hand I would have chosen for this, but we'll see. Starfall attacking is also not great. That's also an off-wind. We had 2 safe tiles for an escape route in case something changed, but... Okay. Starfall on from Manzu Honitsu then. I'm not going to aggressively counter that right this second, but we might end up having to. We called it was, but with this many points, it's not worth us trying to play too much safety in that. We need to build a hand. We need to not worry about what other people are doing right this second. Anyway, game moves on. This also does not look like a hand that's going to do it. I mean, I could have identified the Tenpai from 2 calls, and I knew he was on a Manzu Honitsu. So there's an argument I could have been aware of that happening, but again, given the state of the game, I can't afford to not play things if I've got a half chance of building. And that was admittingly only a half chance. I needed to get another South or 2 to really do anything with that hand. I mean, with this, I'm just hoping to progress it. No, we're still getting rid of that 1-3 because I think it's the weakest one of the sets we got. Could have got rid of a 9 first, I guess. Oh dear. Alright, draw 1. 4 more of those and we're in business. Another 4-man, please. I have come back from worse, but it is always a difficulty playing catch-up Mahjong. Especially with that thing to worry about. Well, we can play safe to the first one and then we'll see what we can do around that. Although, admittedly, the only safe style we got is the 9-so. At least directly safe. We got one now, but that's one we don't really want to get rid of. West is fine. And not the end of the world if Debbie gets to win here, because that at least moves the game on towards our dealer turn. And we are last dealer, so as long as we're in all the game, we have a shot at things. Shun should be fine. I wonder if there's an argument I should have called that. Whenever 9's safe, Tanyo is probably our only realistic chance of getting any hand out of this. Yeah, we're against 2 reaches now, so we can't. That'd be a really bad deal. That's unfortunate. I thought we got a lot of luck out of those sorts of things coming up so far. But hey, at least I didn't deal into it this time. Alright, deal among us. Starfall up to Shades. So Debbie's among from dealing in, which at least put me third on 4,000 points. Alright. So we have South, we have Tudora. South Tudora, we call. This gets us out of danger zone if we finish this, so yeah. Well, for right now, getting myself out of the danger zone and moving Starfall off the dealer button. Both seem reasonable to me. I'm too far back to do any cheatoid nonsense, Carol. And I wouldn't have drawn that 8 had I not made that call, so your point is still invalid. We can still Toy-Toy this, actually. Which could be okay, actually. Toy-Toy Dora 3. Ridley 1-8 already gone is a bit of a bummer, but hey, Chitoi Dora free. Toy Toy Dora free, sorry. I'm assuming I'm getting another pair of these. Yeah, with only 3 pairs, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at other things. Things I have slightly more control over than eventually hoping to draw them. My luck's not in, we're going to start calling things to try to help us out. That might not work either, but you know. This also gives me the option of carding things, which I badly need to do. Also, this puts us in a regular weight, and we're going to get the wrong side of it. We're going to get the 4 when this happens. Only if I drew enough tiles. And yeah, I don't know about this, but yeah, you know, it would be a win, absolutely. And at this point, just getting myself out of danger zone is probably fine. That being said, Debbie is attacking. And now we are relying on our luck to draw something, or somebody to play an 8-so, I guess, which would be safe to Debbie. We probably held on to this for far too long, but there we go. Well, 5 more draws. Nope. Don't forget, this is Debbie. It could easily be Yakulus. I hope it isn't, but you know, could be. Well, we're now at the point of calling for Tempai. So we'll take the Tempai. Not what we want to be waiting on, but hey, I've got to take it. Well, we're out of the safety zone, but we're not any close. Well, I suppose we're close to the second now, but that's third, and arguably the second. Okay, so 2 Dora, and our luck here depends on can we draw white dragons, I think. Because either way, we're going for a white dragon wait. Hold off on that for a turn. So we have a possible Itzy here as well. True enough. Well, we can play the green for the moment. And we'll see if the whites are going to relax. Okay, so no ridiculous Dora for that. So I guess our plan is possibly Itsu and Riichi. So 2s and 8s. 2-man, 8-man, come on. Failing that, single weight on the 1-man. Or the 9-man, I suppose. They're about the same. They're the same, actually. Probably wouldn't take the Riichi for that, in all honesty. I'd try and see if we could advance it somewhere else. Or at least wait until we get Tanya. Two 8s gone means it's probably unlikely to be an Itsu. Still possible, but unlikely.
Riichi.
That doesn't help matters. No, we have 6 half for now, and we'll see how we develop around it. Well, I think I'm taking 3rd. Alright, how to keep the game going. Start with North. Pair up East, pair up Red. Go for rapid attack on whatever else we can get. 4 terminals. It's not impossible for us to get rid of that and go for Tanya, but we need to go for something. Reasonable. So pair run. 4 tiles to get rid of for a Honitsu. Calling that as nothing because it's 2 sets house to Starfall. Possible Sozu Itsu. Unfortunately, Rise has gone for Majora Dragons, and Starfall is going for a quick attack. Again, makes sense. Good draw. One more of those, and we at least have a Tenpai we can attack with. Interesting. Let's look at that. It's the safest tile we got at the moment. So this opens up the possibility of a Khan, which is something we want to think about right now. Keep playing my winners. So there is an extreme option with this hand, but we'll see. Now, the last Hatsu's safe, but now we're up against it, so we need to finish this off somehow now. That is not finishing it off. Oop, Starfall's disconnected. Given how important it is for him to make an intelligent decision here for me, then we'll let him come back. Alright, so what am I... The only thing I can really draw that helps me here is just draw the 6 and then go for it. The downside is that going for it with probably the 8, so I guess. 11 9s. Debbie could be waiting on it. The only safe Sozo I've got to Debbie is the 4, which we can't get rid of and keep a hand together. Freeman's interesting because that then gives us the Carnage angle, which we would absolutely take given everything here. Given how cheap Sozu have been on this board, got to assume that none of them are really waiting for them, or if they are, they're... Yeah. I'll see. The problem is, I think just about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 6, 9 we could be waiting on it out. And it also makes it really awkward if we have to cut the 8 for it. We're probably going to have to draw a 9 and just go for the reach on the 5, which is less than ideal, but he's back. Okay. Restore. Alright, we have 3 draws up to this, so I think we have to take this. Yakulas Tempo. So we can Rinshan from the free, but that is the only way we can win with this hand now. Ponder's nothing. Gotta go for it, unfortunately. Given Rising in. 2 draws. Rinshan or Haite are the only options I've got for winning this on anything I'm doing. One should be fine. What the heck would be safe here? Can do that. That feels like the safest. But at least we kept Tenpai, so we get another shot at this. All right. First Omba. Double south. Well, single south, of course. South and south round. One completed sequence in hand that isn't the best, but isn't the worst for calling things. Well, I don't care about that. Good. Ishanten then. For a hand with no value. But at this point it's not about value, it's just about keeping the game going. Tournament 7 will give us a two-sided way. If not, that doesn't give us pin food because, unfortunately, it is a bonus pair. Indeed. All the value I need for right now. Okay. Come on, 7-pin. The game is not happy with me for some reason. That allows us to call the south, so we're going to take that. So we can now go south for Tenpai. Is that switch worth it? Probably, arguably. There's almost no chance we just toss for souths and go out of this, but, you know. Oh, somebody can overcall me. Yeah, darn it, Rise. Overcalling me. Oh well. It's fine. Thankfully I did mine first, so no information given. We absolutely need to be Tenpai at the end of this, so clock is ticking. Eight pin south, 7-pin, 4-man, 7-man from Devi. Well, that's game, and we finish last. Not much. Yeah, there's 1,300 in the pot, so yeah, of course we finished last. That was a frustrating one, but alas, that is the way the game goes occasionally. Right, I'm going to call that a stream. Thanks for joining us. We will resume another time, I am sure. Indeed. Right, thanks for joining us. I'm going to call that stream. Catch you all next week for some more confused tiles of stuff and things. So, until then.